on Continental this time, and over in the blue, playing as the Huns, we have Back Fro, and over in the red, we have RVK Slam, of course, playing as the Huns as well in the red. So, something a little bit different, I guess, in kind of a way. Back Fro, we've been seeing a lot from him lately, but he's really been going off his standard. Well, for a while there, he was playing a real defensive with walls, lots of towers, things like that, and they weren't so interesting to watch. And then he started playing heaps vs Viper, and now we started walling a lot less. And because of that, it's making it a lot more enjoyable to watch him play. So he's been doing some pretty fun stuff recently, and I thought this would be a nice one to watch. Anyway, on that as well, this map, I can swear I've seen this map before. I don't know if I casted the game, but there was definitely a game that I was going to cast that had this exact same map, so I can't remember if I cast it or not. Oh, outside the town center. But I can't remember if I would cast it or not, but still, I definitely remember this map from somewhere. Anyway, let's have a look at what we've got. Back for having the gold on the right, as well as another gold patch up on his little peninsula up there. He has his berries down here in the bottom left, and both of his stones are over here on the other side of his wood. Overall, map isn't too bad. Probably going to be able to be sniped from the shore later in the game once they get those ranged upgrades, especially this gold here. Maybe this edge of the wood. This bit here looks like it should be fairly safe. Stone here should be safe as well, and the berries are in a good location, so I don't think they're going to be in any trouble either. This gold over here looks like it's pretty much going to be fine no matter what he does with it. And same goes for this one down here. Not in the nicest spot, going to hurt saturation a little bit, but I don't think he's going to be in the worst situation in the world if it comes to galleys, unless they sit about here and they have extra long range and they shoot through the trees. Yeah. RVK Slam, let's have a look. Gold up here on the right on the hill. This is going to be kind of annoying. We'll be able to be sniped from the shoreline with galleys there. This one here, I think if they sit there, they'll probably be able to too, especially if it sits here and here, can be extremely annoying. Stone as well, going to be able to sit there. Later in the game, we'll be able to get that range. Gold up on this side here, again, going to be able to be sniped. And of course, this one over here, going to be sniped as well eventually. So, interesting one there. Berries are in a good location though. This wood here is definitely a nice choice. This one up here, if he sits up here right on the top, I think he'll be alright. But apart from that, not too bad. Stone over here in the bottom, again, we'll be able to be sniped from the shoreline eventually after some range upgrades. So, not the best map in the world for Slam, but I'm sure he's going to be able to deal with it. Anything else to say about this map? Of course, fishing ships being quite nice. Bet you for Slam actually having an amazing array of fish down here. That's actually quite amazing. Batcher for having quite a few as well. Not quite so bad, but this little corner here, this is amazing. So that's an interesting one there. What are we seeing over here? What's he doing? A dock. Is he going to try and sneak a village around? Slam walling himself into his area now, or at least making Batcher for have to go around a long way. Scout is out. What's he doing here? What are these guys doing? That's my question. What are these guys doing? Looks like that board did get killed off by something. Yeah, that board definitely killed the scout there, a Slam by the looks of things. Galleys, fair enough. Fair enough, more galleys, going to go into the galley war, fair enough, I think. Yep, Slam going for that as well, so both players going to be committing to this galley war. Nothing really too interesting to say. Ooh. That is interesting. Transport ship from Backjafro coming out. Looks like he is going to come around onto this edge here. And he's going to drop some kind of buildings. Barracks coming up over here. And saying that, we actually have Slam moving forward as well. Looks like we're going to see both people forwarding in this game. Going to be an interesting one. Let's see how they're going to play it out. It looks like... Did Slam see that? That is the question there. Slam did not see that barracks by the looks of things. Over here, it looks like that scout will get killed off, but losing a villager there, actually, that's going to be massive. Not going to be nice at all. Transport ship here has been loaded. Looks like Slam about to come in with that forward, and it looks like Backshifter about to drop his as well. Probably going to see archery ranges from both players. Outpost coming up before anything for Slam. Backshifter going straight for the archery range. Of course, as Huns, kind of a normal thing. And then we got archery range for Slam as well. However, all the villagers noticing this, and Slam walling himself in. But this tower here going to make things difficult, so he's going to be forced to abandon that. Probably going to see it deleted, actually. and he's going to have to come in with a better idea. Backjeffro, on the other hand, I don't think Slam has seen. No, he has no clue there are archer rangers coming up behind his base right now. Saying that, though, he is walling this side off, so he is playing it fairly safe right now. But this galley, of course, going to be able to try and block this for as long as possible. Galley's coming from Slam to try and get the fight on over there, though. Slam pushing in through this side. Looks like he's going to try and put his fort up along the waterfront here, so he can try and use these galleys to defend it while he gets it up and running. And there's that. Looks, ooh, yep, so Slam, yep, right on the edge here, as we predicted. How are we doing over here? It looks like that villager might get killed off eventually. Still nothing for, yep, there we go. He is creating units now. Let's have a look at what they are. Alright, so just going for archers right now. Of course, he is onto gold already. Archery range only just coming up for Slam right now, saying that the score's not moving. There we go, that's a bit better. How are we looking around here? Oh, good. Looks like these archers, they might get ferried around even by the transport ship. That could work. Saying that, though, this edge here has finally been walled in, of course, with that defense from Slam on the galleys. He was able to get his villager around there. Yes, I'm going to be using these to ferry his villagers around. Looks like that is an archery range up there. And, of course, Backjeffro putting up a tower in defense. Good thing he was onto stone so early. But he's going to be able to, of course, defend this area here. And, of course, push the ships back as well. And that was a lot of courses. But still, it is all the right thing. How's he doing over here? Did he end up ferrying those guys across? No. Got 5 for 5, but not going across yet. Oh, there we go. And going to try and get some harass down here. It looks like Slam has not seen it yet. And I don't think he's noticed. Yes, noticing then. Is actually going to try and fight with his villagers. Never a good option. Over here on this side, it looks like Slam has put up his own defensive tower as well. Backjeffro bringing some ships around to try and help deal with this. But of course, towers against galleys, we know how that goes, especially in this kind of mass. 2 villagers lost there for Slam by the looks of things. And 1 really low HP archer there. Another transport ship full of archers coming around for Slam. Archers are in here, and of course I meant for Backjeffro back then, but Backjeffro in a little bit of trouble here. Slam putting some archers on his wood over here, forcing him, of course, to come back to this one over here. Another lumber camp coming up around here. Of course, this tower will be able to help defend. It looks like there's a tower going up there as well. Good choice. Getting the wall off across here as well. Gonna force Slam to suicide around here. Yeah, that really didn't work out as expected. Of course, not being able to garrison that town center really does. And there was the 11 from Slam, actually. How are we doing down here? It looks like these archers are holding out fairly well. Slam doing this a lot more effectively, of course, garrisoning that town center. Gonna make it quite a bit stronger, of course, walling this side off as well. Over on this side, it looks like Backjeffro has been taken off gold, but of course he just moved down to this one over here. Some archers still out for Slam, but not being able to get a lot of harass with them. Looks like he's actually gonna get some kills here with these guys. This is going to be bad. That's bad. Getting a villager lost there. Saying that, though, Backjeffro getting a lot of good damage done in over here with his push. Managed to kill off quite a few villagers as well as change his opponent's lumber position. Moving it to over here. There is a tower by Slam. Oh, actually suiciding through there. Going to lose quite a few archers in this, actually. 1, 2, 3. Going to lose a 4th. 4, 5. Oh, that hurt. That really hurt. He will be able to get some, yes, getting some idle time here out of Slam's villagers, but he still lost a lot of archers, and that I don't know if it was worth it. Depends how far these villagers follow, I guess. There we go. Oop, they got 1. That's nice. Saying that, though, it looks like Slam has won the water, so we'll be able to defend with those galleys, but still, until then, looks like these archers are going to chill on this hill. These guys over here could move back into the lumber as well. Try and get a little bit more harass. What are these villagers doing? Yep, moving up behind here. And going to be able to just push him off this lumber again. No idea what these villagers here are trying to do over in Slam's base. How are we looking? Looks like he's successfully defended away from Backjeffro. Yeah, he's got these towers up in defense. Going to be kind of hard to do that with, and saying that transport is full. Oh, this is going to be bad, actually. This is going to be bad. Slam is coming around. He's seen what Backjeffro is doing and how he's getting his units around. Yeah, this is not good. Going to have to go through the wall now, sadly. Well, I'm sure he'll get past it. Slam just sitting up here with his ships. Got some around here as well from Backjeffro. Again, trying to get some defense against that tower, though. As we know, tower's quite good against galleys. Especially once you get heated shot, but until then. Looks like this is going to be a down for Backjeffro now. Don't think he's going to be able to do a lot with it. Sitting behind Slam's lumber over here again, though. Made you a little bit more harass, of course. Going to force some more idle time out of these villagers. How we're looking over here. Lots of idle time, actually, from Backjeffro saying that. Had quite a few villagers just sitting there. had quite a few villagers sitting there, managing to keep this fort up over here. Both players continuing with this fort right now. I don't know how much Slam is going to be able to do, because it looks like those towers are starting to pick away at his archery ranges. Ooh, yeah, got a few out, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think he's going to have to abandon that one. Looks like he will break through this piece of wall here eventually. A bit more galley warfare over here, and a little bit more down here as well, getting some good harass. How are we looking? We're all looking good over here. Bit of harass coming through here. Looks like Slam will be trying to defend. He might be using these archers to help defend, or... no, it looks like he's going to lose most of them down over here. Galley is just slowly weeding away at these docks, I guess, not being able to do too much there. Looks like that villager... Yep, that tower they're going to be able to take out these guys before they take out another villager. This was getting really close, but still... Ooh, very good play there from Slam, actually, going for the wall gate build-off. Something that I think Chris popularized that, just whacking a gate down. So, of course, it does have a lot of HP, built really quickly. Good resistance from arrows, and, of course, it takes up more than one tile. So, if you drop them really quickly, you can get a really effective wall off without too much hassle. And without too much time, so you can do that quite well. It does cost a little bit more, but still, that's an effective wall off. We can see it's definitely taking Backdraft for quite a bit of time for it to go through. He's putting a siege workshop up now, so Slam, what are you going to do with that? My senses say mangonel, of course, to try and get rid of these archers. And it looks like that gate's going to be down just before the mangonel gets out. I reckon they'll probably get to here and the mangonel will spawn, depending, of course, on if they keep moving or not. It looks like, yep, those archers for Slam did come out, and it looks like they were killed off. There's one just sitting over here, getting a little bit of harass, but nothing too big. Hatchofro could deal with it with that ship. How are we looking? Yes, there's that mangonel, and ooh, good formation change there by Batchofro. Going to have to change this right now. Slam, of course, going up into the castle age, while Batchofro is still in the feudal. Going to be able to... Ooh, not even upping yet. This is an interesting one. Batchofro is still in the feudal age, whereas Slam's in the castle age, and Batchofro is not even close to upping right now. We do have some knights out for him, so he's going to be able to take out knights against archers. We know how that goes, especially when aided with mangonels, because of course mangonel's doing a ton of damage to pretty much everything. And losing that one there, so it looks like he was going to try and repair it, but didn't get around to it in time. Knight, of course, going to be taken out by these archers. There's too many there for them to be able to take out. They've got the +1 armor, but still, it's not going to be enough when there's that many archers there. How are we looking down here? Market coming up for Backdraft. Anything else? No. Slam, we see any more town centers from you? Going for one here. Looks like he's just going up on the 1 right now. So he's going to have those 2 out, which should be nice. It looks like over here, going to be able to push... Ooh, going to get 1, 2, maybe a 3rd. Going to get a 3rd villager kill there. Losing quite a few archers there, but still getting quite a few villager kills. So I guess it works out there. Of course, more and more archers being spawned, trying to keep this wall down so he can just continue to bring archers forward. Looks like he's going to move in here. Don't know exactly what he's going to be able to do. Lose a few archers. That tower, definitely. Yes, losing 1. Apart from that, he might be able to come over here and sit about here and try and harass the gold if that's out of reach of that tower. But if it's not a lot is going to be able to do. Batchofro is actually looking to be in a really good position right now, especially having the water with all these fish. Going to be really helping his economy. And, of course, over here he's done a lot of harass, so... 2 knights moving in. I think these knights might be enough to clean this up. They've still only got the +1 armor, but Bloodlines has been done. So they should be fairly happy. No cavalry archers yet, which is kind of interesting for a Huns War. Are we looking over here? It looks like that archery is getting killed off. Looks like it's going to be... just getting that archer finished, actually. And it looks like he's going to be killed off anyway. Batchofro moving around here, kind of locking Slam into place. Going to be able to take him out. There we go, Batchofro finally hitting the castle age a little bit late. Bodkin arrow on the way. Cavalry archers, of course, going to be the main game here. Against knights, of course, if they can catch them. Cavalry archers aren't so good, but if you can micro, cavalry archers are a pretty good kind of use to have. It looks like, though, Slam is put up his 3rd town center. Batchofro still only on 1. Looks like he's just sitting on the 1 town center, so he's going to be really trying to push here, focusing all of his resources and just gathering into economy, right? Into military play, not economy. So it could be an interesting play from here, depending on what he decides to do. Mangonel is out for Slam, so he is going to be trying to take out these archery ranges. Knight out from Backdraft, though, really good timing, actually. Going to be able to take down that Mangonel before it does too much harass. Cavalry archers are being created, and right now he's starting to get towards that critical mass. Archers coming up in the back as well. Monastery is up 2 to try and convert some of those knights. War Galley for back Jurfro is going to be able to take down quite a few buildings from this, from the shoreline. Especially from this side as well. We'll be able to do some damage to that siege workshop. How are we looking over here? Looks like Batcher Fro's completely got Slam out of his area right now. Has walled off this area. Hasn't walled off here, but he should be able to have quite a good line of sight with that tower. Actually, saying that as well, we did see Slam try and take this area here, but Batcher Fro did get some docks up and some war galleys out first. So they're going to be able to defend over there. Looks like Batcher Fro pushing in from the shoreline here, of course, outranging that town center with the 6+2 range. So he's going to be able to snipe at a lot of these villages here, and it looks like he did deal with these knights over here. Got that convert too by the looks of things, but is he going to get this knight? He should. Just getting that knight there, but these two should be able to clean it up. Saying that though, Batcher Fro coming with some war galleys, going to be able to try and get a little bit more harass even with these now. Starting to get difficult for Slam here. He's about 1,000 points behind now, so that's starting to mean there's quite an issue right now for coming back. Monks out in play for Batcher Fro, so these knights are going to be practically useless against the Monk's 9 range. Is he going to get the convert? Don't think he's going for it. No, a bit late to try and go for it there. How are we looking down here? Batcher Fro still getting a lot of kills over here as well. Ooh, it looks like Slam actually won the water down here, even though it's this little area here. Still, that's not the best. Castle actually up on the front for Batcher Fro, and this might actually be the finishing blow, putting this up. Going to be able to outrange that town center, give it a actually really annoying, because of course it now separates this area from Slam's main military force, so Batcher Fro can kind of raid this into the ground now if he wants to. There's not really a lot Slam can do about it, especially if he just comes in with knights or just a few mangonels. There's not really a lot he can do about it. So definitely a good position there to have that up. Cavalry archers out, all the upgrades on them except the armor ones. And I think that was a converted knight there. Looks like that monk going to get killed by rocks. How are we looking? Yeah, Slam's won the water down here, but I don't know what help it's going to give him. I don't think he has any fishing ships on it. I guess it means Batcher Fro doesn't have the water here, so we can kind of keep this alive, but I don't know how much good it's going to be doing, honestly. Looks like that knight going to get taken down. Cavalry archers here. Going to be forced to back off while Batcher Fro brings in the fleet to deal with everything else, and I think Slam might be GG here. I don't think there's a lot he can do. His economy is not looking too good. He's getting harassed from everywhere. He lost that town center down over here. This one will be next. That mangonel slowly getting killed off there. Of course, all these villagers are repairing it, but lots of idle time on them. And of course, these villagers are probably getting killed off as well. Losing that mangonel there. Even more idle time from Slam. I think this might be it. I don't think there's a lot he can do now to come back. He's lost the water, he's lost the land, so unless he wants to go for air, there's not exactly a lot he can do. This castle over here will be able to take out this town center. Yes, and that's that town center gone. So he's down to 1 town center again, but I don't think he's got this at all. Right now. I don't think there's a lot he can even do to come back. Trying to tower his wood to get some more defense up, but no, cavalry archers running in here into the back of his lumber camp. And I think that's going to be it. He's going to lose too many villagers here. That tower going to be good for killing off cavalry archers, but saying that, Batcher for a little bit of miss micro there. Going for the marker. Going to sit under here. Only 4+2, so he's not going to be able to range down to here. Trying to get the water back with these fire ships, but of course there's too many galleys out already, so he's not going to be able to deal with them too easily. Another archer range coming up. Monastery, these monks just sitting around. Has done well defending this wood over here, but he doesn't have much economy left, and that's probably the biggest thing right now that's hitting him. He's going to be able to sit here as well with galleys, and when he does that, even just sitting here, he's going to be able to get so much harass just with them alone. How are we looking? And there's a GG from Slam, and he is out of there. It looks like Batcher Fro going to take the win here. Definitely good play, interesting map, and was actually an interesting watch. Those transports, both players fording each other, definitely an interesting thing to see. So we'll see you in the next game, and I hope you enjoy.